Slab. I want to do some other gaming stuff at some point here. Like I want to do some other games that I like, but this channel has always is more about these Minecraft style building games. Like I want to get back into Starbound as well. I want to start doing more Starbound. I quit doing Starbound. I don't know. There's no particular reason why, but I want to start doing Starbound again. Can I actually build this from down here? Yeah, that'll work. Like people seem to like the Starbound videos. Like I don't know if Starbound still interests. Like I always do that. I always like I'll get a game that I've been waiting for forever and I really like, and then inexplicably I'll play it for a little bit, but then I'll quit playing it. Not for any particular reason. And I want to put a slab here. Not for any particular reason, just actually I want to put another brick there, and then a stair. Right there. No, that'll be for the main roof. This roof should slope down a bit quicker, so we'll do that. And we'll put a slab up here, maybe. We gotta put a slab there. Okay, so that's okay. I'd like to do a let's play of a non-PC game at some point. Oh, there's a mana creeper down there. Let's take pot shots at him. The magic missile spell is not very powerful against like mundane enemies. Its primary purpose is to be used against summons, I'm pretty sure, because it says in the tip that summoned creatures, or magical creatures, which I guess includes summons, take triple damage from magic missile. They take triple damage from magic missile, and actually we'll make it 3 high. Yeah, it'll be fine. So that's like the main point of the spell, as I take it. It takes a lot of mana to cast. Like when Duncan made magic missile, I don't know if he knew that. He probably didn't realize that magic missile spell is going to cost him quite a bit of extra mana than Shin's fireball. Although I've gone ahead and built a touch fire spell, which can replace like pretty much any weapon because it'll kill almost anything, and it'll kill most hostile mobs in 2 hits, and so it replaces my sword and stuff. I don't need swords. Okay, so I'm actually going to end up breaking this and breaking this, because we're going to run the next level of this house is going to have to come out a block. Oop, tree. There are quite a few trees, because we're in the middle of a forest, obviously. So by coming out a block, we're actually like forming a overhang over this stairs without even actually building one. Oh, there's a skeleton down there wearing lapis armor. I might have to kill him. He might start taking shots at me. No, he's not taking shots. So we're kind of forming an overhang over those stairs already, which is nice, because that means that if I do want to put an overhang there, it'll only need to be like 1 extra block and some fences for... Oh, there's a patch. And then we'll have a nice overhang with minimal effort. So getting rid of this. Actually, now that I think about it, this probably means I could have made this come out more because we're basically chopping off part of it. But I don't know, I kind of like it the way it is now. Come on, reach. Can't reach. That's why it's a touch dig spell. You can reach kind of far with touch dig, but you can't go any farther than a couple of meters with it. Projectile dig would probably cost too much. I know Shin and Duncan, like Duncan wants to make a projectile dig spell, but I'm pretty sure that that will be a little too expensive to cast. So now this floor is 4 blocks high. Do I want to keep this one 4 blocks as well? Oh, we got a spider here. Let's just kill him. So it does take 3 hits to kill him. I got my mage armor, so I'm not worried about the spiders. Ah! The Petch is hurting himself. Careful, dude. So we'll make this one 4 high as well. Maybe we should make this one 5. I only want 2 floors, so I'll make this one 5 blocks. What? He is gonna kill himself. 5 blocks. By 5 blocks, what I mean is that the inner wall, like the wall when you're standing inside, is going to be 5 blocks high, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, since I overhung this on the outside of this, it only looks like these are 3 blocks high, but when you come inside, it's actually 4 blocks high. So I like 4 blocks high because I think it gives more headroom, and I like having more headroom. I don't like feeling claustrophobic. That's why I never build things 2 blocks high, because they're just that's way too claustrophobic. I don't like it. So what am I going to do over here? Well, what would be nice is if I could go like this all the way across, which I can. So we'll keep that up. So the first floor will have these like larger blocks of marble, and then we can't do it on this side. That's fine. We'll just go like that, and then we'll have a 4-block gap here where we can put a big window. Or maybe no, I'll probably put another jut out because there aren't going to be any jut outs on this wall. So we'll put one on this wall, and that'll like start to balance out the house a little bit because we have one over there on the lower level. So if we put one over here on the upper level, then it'll kind of balance the house out a bit. And this is a good floor, a good wall to put it on because the main gable of the house is going to be following this. This is the short end here, so it's going to be going that way, the peaked roof, and then it's going to be going that way into another section of the house that's going to shoot up a 3rd floor, which is not really a floor, but like a little tower, a little peak, and then the other gable on that side that's going to come this way, I think. Depends. I might do it that way, I might not. By the way, if I'm ever talking in here and the video ends abruptly, it's because I ran out of hard drive space. I don't actually know how much hard drive space I'm using. I find that recording Minecraft with the music off tends to make it, and we'll have that there. The file sizes are smaller because music adds quite a bit to the file size, so I can get away with recording longer on games where I've not got music going. Why are you up in the trees? Okay, so I definitely don't have enough wood for this. I knew I was probably gonna have to go get some more wood. So we'll just go ahead and build this up again. Use up the rest of the wood. See, this is the thing, and if you're like, I tend to build like utilitarian bases in tech mods, but where they don't look good, but they just do what I want them to do. And then later I'm like, how should I make this look better? So in this, since I'm doing magic, I want it to be better from the beginning. All right, I want to find some shorter trees. Actually, you know what I could do is I could chop these trees from above if I jump off onto them from the house. Oops. I thought I could failing it up. Okie doke. Cutting down the trees that are right next to the house is going to help to make sure that you can see the house. Oh, how did I manage to do that? The problem with living in the forest like this is the big tall trees. I don't have like an axe to the stream yet. Like I want to get an axe to the stream from Domcraft. It's probably one of the first things I'm going to want to get, just because it'll let me cut down these trees a lot better. Because with touch dig even, you still got the problem of having to find every single one of these little blocks of wood that are hiding in among the leaves. Oh, come on. Oh, get out of here, spider. You gotta be careful casting spells like these, because if you just spam it, and you're not hitting the enemies, then you could use up a lot of mana for no reason. There's a piggy down there. But the benefit of using Ars Magica spells for stuff is that, of course, you're gaining experience, magic experience, while you do it. Touch dig is definitely the first spell you want to make if you want to get into Ars Magica, because it's just so useful. It just replaces like you can see here, it replaces an axe as well as replacing a pickaxe and a shovel. Plus, in the early game, it gives you a lot of experience because you tend to level up almost every single time you cast it, for a little while at least. That's going to have to stay there. Of course, it falls way off later, as it should, you know, because you're experienced with the spell, so you shouldn't be able to keep casting it and getting the same amount of experience. What I would probably end up doing, like if I had a mod like this, is that eventually the same spell just would not give you any experience at all, and you would have to start using a different spell. And the complexity and power of the spell would determine how long that'll be. Like, one of my favorite progressions in systems in a game was Fallen Earth. Was an MMO that I played. It was the only MMO that I ever paid for. I had a 3-month or 4-month subscription. I paid like 75 bucks for it. This was back before I was, this is when I was still in college, so, like, it was during the summer. I didn't take any summer courses because I needed a break. So it was during summer, and I got into the game and I really liked it after the free trial, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to this game, and I played the heck out of it, and I played it every day, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. And then school started again, so I had to I knew I couldn't keep the subscription going, because I knew that if I had a subscription to the game while I was supposed to be doing schoolwork, I would end up doing that and not my work, so I let the subscription lapse. And then it went free to play after a while, and I tried to get back into it. And I made the mistake, I definitely think it was a mistake, of trying to jump back into the same character that I was playing, which doesn't work really, because I've been away from the game for so long that I just didn't know what to do anymore. So I do want to get back into that game, because I did have a lot of fun with that game, but I need to start a new character. And start from scratch. I'll keep my old character around because it's a crafter, and so I could, once my other character gets, I could use that character to craft things. But that's how I started talking about this in the first place. Is that the crafting system in that game, with the way that it worked, was that every craftable item, and you could craft everything in that game. There were very few items that were not craftable. Pretty much every single piece of equipment in the game could be crafted by a player. Anyway. Which is another thing I liked. Anyway, oop, out of wood again. We'll go and chop this tree. Wait, this is a great wood tree. I don't want to build it out of great wood. I mean, eventually that would be kind of cool to make a whole house out of great wood, but you know, for now we're not doing that. And the way it worked was that every item that was craftable item had a difficulty rating, and that difficulty rating determined whether or not you could gain experience in the crafting skill by crafting it, because that's how you leveled up the crafting skills, was by actually crafting, which I really liked. You had to level up and put points into the skills, the abilities, the attributes that calculated your skill maximums, like your so intelligence dictated the maximum that any of your crafting skills could get to. So you had to put points into that. But as far as your actual skills went, crafting skills, you could only raise them by crafting. So anyway, if your crafting skill was 3, then you could craft a item that was difficulty 3, and any items below it. But I think how it used to be was that once the item was 3 levels or more below your crafting rank, it no longer gave you any, it no longer leveled up your skill. So the way it would work is that if you had crafting skill 3, you could craft an item that was difficulty 3, and it would give you it would increase your skill in that crafting. Actually, this level is actually up to the height. It would increase your skill in that crafting by 1, I think, or otherwise there might have been there might have been a progress percentage, but I don't remember. So and then you could craft skill level 4, but you could still craft that skill level 3 item to increase your crafting. And I think there was a percentage. I think you had to craft a certain number of things before it would go up. I have to get back into the game. I don't remember. But you know, once you were then skill level 6 or skill level 7, I think it was 6 though, that skill level 3 item, the number would go gray. And once it went gray, that's what notified you that, hey, if you can craft this, but it won't give you any crafting skill. So there were certain items and things you could craft that were good for crafting to increase your levels, like for science, like refining raw materials into refined materials was a really good way of leveling up your science. Actually, I'm going to put an outbuilding there, or I don't know what to call it. I guess it's like a bay window kind of, but it's just like a bit jutting out of the house. I really liked that game. I made a dedicated crafter. The cool thing was you could make a dedicated crafting character and still be pretty good at going through the game, because intelligence was also a secondary, because every skill in that game had a primary and secondary attribute, and it just so happened that since intelligence was the primary attribute for crafting skills, but the secondary attribute for, I think, pistols. So your dedicated crafting character could actually be pretty darn good at using pistols if you pump points into dexterity, because you've already got the intelligence, and you're not going to be able to raise intelligence every level, because it'll I think there was like a level cap. You had to level up again before you could increase your intelligence. But that was a fun game. The only issue with the game, well, it's not an issue, it's just a fact that you have to be aware when playing it, is that it's one of those games that has no classes. Oop, phone's ringing. I'm going to have to get that. So I will end the video here, and I will see you guys in another video.